Cosmic Intelligence Agency fans, hold on a second. I'm waiting for this to go on here. Okay, I can't hear myself for some reason. Okay, share, okay, share that, okay. Hi, Cosmic Intelligence Agency. Whoops, what's going on here? Okay. Hi, Cosmic Intelligence Agency fans. I need you to say hi to me out there. I can't see. If you're on, I can sort of see myself live here on the camera. I'm here a minute ahead of time, but I can't hear myself for some reason. So I really need you, and I'm hoping that I can, I'm going to put my microphone up there. That should help. I can't see you on the chat here, so if you could come and say hi. I see there's 17 people on there. I'm hoping, oh, somebody said hi there. Okay, I wish I could hear you. You know, we are working under the Mercury retrograde and the Mars retrograde here too. So I'm hoping that there's no technical difficulties here as well. Okay, so hi, it is 8 p.m. here, Eastern Daylight Time on Halloween here. I'm Agent 129, Tara Green of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency here, welcoming you to this event, which I've been very happy and honored to do for, I don't know, a couple of years now, every month, bringing in the new astrology energies, talking about the major aspects, and I will then pull one major arcana from the tarot deck, from the 22 major arcana in the tarot deck for each one of your signs. So if you haven't been here before, you will have to be patient, okay? And I will start with Aries and I'll go through each sign. So if you know your sun sign, most people of course know that. If you know your moon sign, you can also use the guidance for that sign and card and your rising sign too. And hey, you can go all the way and use whichever planets in whatever sign and use the cards to guide you as well. Okay, so, all right, so here we are. It is the full blue, rare, hasn't happened since 1944, blue moon on Halloween. That was the end of the Second World War. So there is, you know, astrology is all about studying cycles of time. So the end of the First World War, I believe there was some very important monetary foundation that was set up at that time. So that's reached a completion now, okay? So of course, this is a very powerful full moon with Uranus conjunct the moon. So anything can happen here. You know, Uranus is the planet of shock and awe and freedom and revolution and sudden change and higher consciousness. And it is, I feel, kind of a preview in a way, because Uranus is conjunct the moon. It's conjunct our intuition, our dreams, our ability to tune into that. And of course, this October 31st here in the Northern Hemisphere here is, you know, the witch's new year. It is the end of the natural pagan year here in the Northern Hemisphere. You can see that last night it was the first frost here in my garden. Everything that was left pretty much died. It is the end of the natural year. It is the day and the night when the veil between the worlds is thinnest, when we can connect with spirits, with our ancestors, and to honor our ancestors, because it was because of them that we're here. So this is a very auspicious day. I do believe that, you know, if you tune into your meditations tonight and ask what's really coming as we move into this age of Aquarius, as Jupiter and Saturn come together on December 21st, 2020, what's that really going to be about? You know, Uranian energy moves very fast. It's kind of electrical energy. You know, the water bearer is, you know, it is an air sign. But water is like the moon. It's the emotions. So the emotions and consciousness were once seen as the same thing, I believe. Okay, so it's a very cleansing time. It is the best day to take all of your crystals and put them in salt water and put them out under that full blue moon. I've got my special, this is a special little crystal skull here. So honoring the dead, tomorrow is the Day of the Dead as well. So I'm just going to wait here and see if a few more people come on here. Again, so, all right, so I'm going to get started. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about all the different aspects coming up for this month, okay? And I will do the major aspects. I'll read them out. Please, you know, come and say hi and ask some questions if you have. I may not be able to get to them until after, though. Okay. So, of course, we all know we've been in the Mercury retrograde, you know, all this time. Mercury will finally turn direct on November the 3rd on election day in the US, and that is a big deal. It does happen earlier in the day, but for sure, election day is going to be totally skewed, a repeat of what happened in 2000, just because of the nature of that energy. Okay. And we all know that Mars has certainly been retrograde all this time too. So in November, Mars finally turns direct on November the 13th for the first time since September the 9th. And it turns direct at 15 degrees of Aries, which is the middle degree of the sign, and middle degrees are the most powerful. So finally, we can begin to move forward. So it would be really important to use this next 2 weeks to really finish off old issues, that you've been waiting to, and then things can finally move ahead. There is a new moon on November the 14th and the 15th at 23 degrees Scorpio. So that's the darkest, most intense, most obsessive new moon of the year. And new moons are always for new intentions. Sagittarius season starts November 21st. Venus, which is in Libra right now, in her ruling sign, and Mars is in his ruling sign in Aries. They're both in what's called mutual reception. They're visiting each other's houses. But Venus will then enter Scorpio on November 21st and join Mars in his sign. On November the 30th, there is a full moon lunar eclipse at 8 degrees of Gemini. So November and December, there'll be also the only total solar eclipse of the year, December the 14th. But on the full moon, November the 30th, the day after my birthday. So for people born on the 28th, 29th, 30th, and December the 1st, that will be an auspicious new beginning at that time. So November the 1st, it is the anniversary of Chiron's discovery on November the 1st, 1971, and it's nice to pay homage to Chiron, the wounded healer. It is still retrograde right now in Aries, and by the way, in what's called a T-square with Hecate, which is the goddess that really rules Halloween. She's the triple goddess. She sees past, present, and future. She rules ghosts and magic and drugs and crossways. And so Chiron, Venus, and Hecate are in this T-square right now. So you want to tune into that energy. It's like 3, 4, 5 degrees of early cardinal signs. Okay. Mercury is squaring Saturn and Capricorn as well on the 1st, and squares are hard aspects. They're tough. Mercury will still be moving very slowly. So again, there's going to be major word battles, things like that on that day, but we're trying to keep the peace here somehow. Venus also opposes Chiron on the 1st and squares again that asteroid Hecate, as I mentioned. Now, daylight savings time also ends here on November the 1st at 2 a.m. So for those of us who go under that crazy, daylight savings time, we get an extra hour of sleep. Okay. So November the 3rd, again, Mercury turning direct 25 degrees of Libra. You want to pay attention if you have planets at 25 degrees of Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries, okay, because that'll hit you the hardest. Now, Venus and Libra also in conjuncts, which is a 150-degree aspect, kind of an awkward aspect where things are in each other's blind spots. So Venus and Libra wanting to be, she's in her glory here, wanting to be nice, and the go-between is getting hit up with Uranus and Taurus, which wants revolution and freedom, but doesn't want change at the same time. So that can be a little awkward in terms of relationships, which Venus and Libra definitely rules. On November the 6th, Mercury and Libra squares Saturn and Capricorn, a hard aspect. But, I think at this point, people think of astrology aspects as being disasters, which actually means without a star. But, the hard aspects are pressure. They're what we need, a little kind of the cosmic little kicks in the ass there to get us going. So Mercury and Libra, again, diplomacy. Again, Saturn and Capricorn is the patriarchal, the old boys club, power. So there is definitely going to be major power struggles in the U.S. I have been predicting a civil war in the U.S. since 2017. It's definitely going to start, I'm sorry to say. No matter who wins, that's going to happen. So please be careful. Everyone in the U.S., I have family, friends, clients there. Be careful of that. Escalating. Now, on November the 7th, the Scorpio Sun, we got to remember also we're in Scorpio season. It's all about power and secrets and control. In conjuncts, again, that 150-degree, or it's called a quincunx as well, Mars retrograde in Aries. Now, that's a day to watch out for that because, as already, Mars retrograde in Aries, it's like a powder keg ready to go off. November the 5th, also, that's Guy Fawkes Day. I want to go back there a little bit. If you've watched, V for Vendetta, all of this is happening around that time. Not to alarm you, just to be aware. Okay. So people can be very angry and very vindictive there on the 7th. Now, on November the 9th, Venus in Libra opposes Mars retrograde in Aries. So that's a very nice sexual tension between the goddess of love and beauty and Mars, the warrior. They balance each other out. It can be either in mutual reception, as I said. So that can be very nice for relationships in a way, or reuniting with people from the past. I don't know how many people that's happened to, hearing from a past lover while Mars is retrograde in Aries. The sun will also trine Neptune in Pisces. That's a very nice, easy, trines are 130-degree aspects, right? So it's the sun always brings the light, even if it's in the darkest sign of Scorpio, into our unconscious. So that's a good day for meditation, for visualization, for watching your dreams. Okay, on November the 10th, the sun trines Neptune as well. Now, still on the same day, Mercury will re-enter Scorpio. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're backing up into the territory we already visited. On November the 11th, which is 11/11, Venus in Libra in conjunction Neptune in Pisces. Again, that's an awkward kind of aspect. Maybe some love dreams end up going up in smoke at that point. That's, Neptune, diffuses, can't see the trees, you're in the fog, okay? November 12th is one of the most empowering days of the year with Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So if it's your birthday, day before, day after, this is a really powerful aspect for you because Jupiter is riches, even though Jupiter is considered to be not strong in Capricorn, it's still strong. Jupiter conjunct Pluto at 22 degrees, 51 minutes, which is exactly the same degree that Saturn and Pluto joined up with on January the 12th, 2020, which from my point of view triggered COVID-19. So there could be an expansion or an explosion as well as COVID-19 cases, which we're kind of seeing at this point as well. On Friday the 13th, if you're superstitious, by the way, Mars turns direct, finally, since September the 9th or the 10th at, again, 15 degrees Aries. So finally moving ahead, but it will take a while. I don't believe Mars actually recovers past its retrograde motion until January 2021. We're only 2 months away now, actually, from beginning of 2021. So November 14th and 15th, the new moon, 23 degrees of Scorpio. You got to remember there's only one new moon in each sign a year. So this is the annual dark moon in Scorpio, but it's very positive. There are lots of sextiles, which are easy aspects, 60 degrees apart from the moon to Pluto and Jupiter. And then to add on to that, November the 14th, good day, Sun sextiles Pluto and Jupiter, very positive new moon. All right. But on the 15th, Mercury again in conjunct Chiron retrograde in Aries. There's a lot of these kind of in conjunct. So be careful it's hard to know what we're not seeing. Do you know what I mean? It's like you need the rear view mirror. You got to double check. Is there something I missed? Okay, that would be a good way to deal with an in conjunct. All right. Where are we at here? We are at, where were we? Okay. I've lost my place. Okay, November the 15th, Venus in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. Again, a hard aspect about money, the economy, women, corporate battles, okay? Venus squares Jupiter, which is, again, riches, wealth, justice for women fighting against corporate structure. A lot of that. Okay, Venus squares Jupiter in Capricorn also on the 15th. And on the 16th, same thing in EDT and GMT. On the 17th, Mercury in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. So that is a big sexual secrets, power, money, blow-ups. So expect to hear stuff about money laundering, child trafficking, big secrets, things coming out unexpectedly. It can also be, Uranus in Taurus is kind of dangerous right now with all these oppositions because they do represent earthquakes, tsunamis, explosions, terrorist attacks, fire, electricity. So do be careful if you've got candles tonight. If you're lighting pumpkins, I mean, I don't think too many people are going out trick-or-treating, but just be careful with that because Uranus is kind of fiery in a way. On the 18th, the Sun sextiles Saturn in Capricorn. That's an easy aspect. It happens on the 19th, again in Eastern Daylight Time and GMT. Okay, where are we here? Venus in Libra squares Saturn in Capricorn. Okay, Venus enters Scorpio on the 21st. She's in Mars's house now. So she's now in martial territory. So it's very secretive, sexual, obsessive. You know, Venus in Scorpio rules money, finances, taxes, inheritance, and also reproductive organs. So it can make things better if you're having trouble for women with that area. It can be quite fertile actually as well. November the 21st, the sun enters Sagittarius. Yay! So we're in the optimistic, positive, at the darkest time of the year. Sagittarius, you know, rides into the rescue of the centaur to go, yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Have faith, have hope, joke around a little bit, you know. So that's a good thing. And justice, you know, truth, very honest time. You know, I'm a Sag, going to tell you the truth, can't help it. Okay, on the 22nd, on 11/22, another master number day. That's important in a 22 master year as well. So pay attention to that numerology. Mercury in Scorpio also in conjunct Chiron and Aries again. Chiron and Aries, you know, we're healing the wounded masculine, the toxic masculine elements in our society. Okay, so that should, again, be some kind of reveal, you know, some kind of conscious secret. Something starts to come together there. Okay. Mercury in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces on the 23rd. That's very deep, imaginative, good for artists, for singers, for meditation, visualization, anything of that nature. November 25th, again, Venus in Scorpio in conjunct Chiron and Aries. So we keep getting these repeats of these, something that we're not seeing, you know. So I would really pay attention to your dreams around this time for clues. What is it I can't see, I'm not seeing? What is being held back? Or, you know, this is very important also about what's going on in the news, but I won't say any more about that. November 26th, Sun trines Chiron retrograde in Aries. That's supportive. That's good to shine the light, even if it's a dark light, into your wounds, into taking off some armor. Okay. On the 27th, Mercury in Scorpio sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, a nice easy aspect. Good for investing, Mercury in Scorpio at that time. Venus in Scorpio opposes Uranus and Taurus again on the 27th there. So this is a different energy here. Again, push-pull here. All oppositions are tensions, you know. So again, Uranus and Taurus, even though Uranus is prodding, the big cattle prod, the cosmic cattle prod to move Taurus, the bull who doesn't want to move, you know, Venus and Scorpio might seduce some Tauruses off the couch to kind of get on the bandwagon there. November 28th, the sun in conjunct Uranus and Taurus, again, another in conjunct. There's a lot of these, right? I'm not repeating myself. November the 30th, a lunar eclipse at 8+ degrees of Gemini. Lunar eclipses go in cycles. They happen once every 18 years. So you want to think back what was going on in your life in 2002, which seems like it is a long time ago now. Okay, so for early Geminis, for early all of those mutable signs, you know, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, you're going to feel that lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses are unconscious. We don't see them. They're more internalized. And then Mercury in Scorpio sextile Saturn in Capricorn. Okay, that was a lot of aspects. Okay, now, if you're still with me, this is probably the part that you've all been waiting for. Okay. Yeah, okay. So here's my tarot cards. If you're familiar with the tarot, you know, and there's thousands of tarot decks out there. This is the Thoth Tarot. It's one of the most intense tarot decks. I like it because it's so deep, because it has the astrological references in it. So I will start to shuffle the cards now, because it's also, you know, it is Halloween, because it's a very auspicious day. I'm going to smudge my cards here and smudge all of you. Now, you don't need a lot of smudge. This is, you only need a little tiny bit. And I think from an ecological standpoint, just burning a little tiny bit is enough. I'm going to smudge my cards here. Okay, smudge my special Herkimer diamond crystal, which I use, and my crystal skull here. Okay. All right, so we are moving from Scorpio time to Sagittarius time this month. Okay, so I'm going to now, we're going to tune into each sign one by one, again, starting with Aries, going to Pisces. So you'll have to be patient, okay, as I get through each sign. So Aries, what is the message that you need to help you in November? It's a much easier month this month. Things will move forward. Okay, so Aries, you get the Lovers. Okay, so the number 6, this is the card of relationships. It is the card of balance. It is the card of bringing together, merging those seeming opposites, okay? Now, it does definitely indicate love in your life. It is also related to the sign of Gemini, okay? So the lovers in Gemini, which seems kind of strange because, the twins are notorious for being at opposition, but they aren't. They are just two polarities, and everything in this universe works on polarities, okay? It is, the beautiful opposites, day and night, black, white, can't have one without the other. So finding that unity within yourself, Aries, that's important. You might be feeling really roughed up, very exhausted from Mars moving retrograde, so find a place of peace, balance, harmony. Gemini represents both sides of the mind, okay? So we always have an intuitive and an intellectual side, and those two need to be working in balance. So are you doing what you love, Aries? Mars retrograde is, I know COVID-19, people have lost their jobs, people don't have jobs, people are scrambling for work, people are really stressed, suicidal, crazy, get help if you need help. This is the time to find some sense of unity. What makes me whole inside of myself? What do I love about my life? Okay. How do I speak about what I love? How do I uplift other people? Gemini is the sign that's very kind of light, charming, marketing. He is the trickster, ruled by the trickster, Mercury. So, you need to kind of lighten up a little bit here, Aries. Things will come together, let's put it that way, okay? For you, Aries, the lovers, okay? Now, I have to keep my eye on my sage there. It's burning away. Okay, so Taurus. All right, so Taurus. Taurus, you get the Fool. So the 0 card here, this is, don't laugh, the Fool is the wisest of all the cards in the deck. And the Fool is also number 22, so it's very synchronous with the energies of this year. 2020 reduces to 22, okay? And so Taurus, you're going to have to, get off your couch, throw caution to the winds, get out of your own fixed way here. The Fool is always a reset button, 0. Now, I know people are talking about the Great Reset, especially tonight. We're going to be under the full moon energy for 2.5 days. Think about it as what you need to reset in your life, Taurus, and be the Fool. Get out of your own way. Trust. The Fool is always the innocent child, the whole, complete child that's willing to step off the cliff. It represents the soul ready to go into reincarnation, understanding that you've already been and done everything, been there, done all that, ready to go off into a new venture. So for Taurus, this can be good. So the more crazy you may think you are, other people may think you are, trust the Fool. It is being in a place of trust and innocence, Taurus. Okay, so reset everything, start anew. Again, this is a very important time. Divine timing is everything. So be the Fool. Be like a child. Take your inner child out to play. Okay. All right. So Gemini. All right. So Gemini. Okay. You get number 15 here, the Devil. Okay. Now this is always a very complex, much misunderstood card. The card of the Devil is Capricorn, Gemini. So for you, it's like you're having to face your own demons, your own fear. They say that the greatest thing to fear is fear itself, Gemini. So what are you most afraid of? Okay. What's holding you back? Or are you buying too much into the material plane? Are you getting fooled by the devil? So the devil is always about power. And so the question could be, are you afraid to hide? Are you hiding your power? Are you projecting your power onto someone else or some other outside authority? So this can, go across all levels. Capricorn rules the government, it rules corporate structures. Gemini, what do you have to say about that? What do you have to say in the world right now? Okay, now as Mercury turns direct on the 3rd, Geminis, this gives you especially the go-ahead because you're ruled by the trickster planet Mercury. So the devil ultimately is a card of being able to laugh at the devil, that there's really, we have within ourselves our own shadows, our own demons, and this is where you need to examine them, Gemini, to look at what it is you're trying to not face, what you're projecting onto other people, okay? And better the devil you know than the one you don't, okay? So I would say this is about, where am I standing in terms of my work, my career, You know, what mountains do I want to climb? Geminis need to have goals. This is a time to structure some long-term goals and patiently, something that Gemini is not really noted for, patiently stage your way to the top of that goal. Okay, so Gemini is the devil. All right. Okay, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Now this is very appropriate. You get the number 3. This is the symbol of the Empress. Cancer, you get the card of Venus. Now, because it's a full moon, Cancers, you know, we know that this energy is affecting you the most. Now, this is a very fertile, creative, benevolent, loving. It's all about home and nurturing and food and comfort and relating to women, all women, your mother, especially Cancer. Cancer, you are the mother. You are very close to your mother and your home and your roots and your foundation. And tonight, Halloween is the day, and tomorrow, November the 1st, is the day to honor your ancestors. So honor all the foremothers. You know, science knows now that we were an egg in our grandmother's ovum before we were born. So we have all our mothers and our grandmothers actually emotional experiences imprinted in us, that's in our cellular consciousness. So this might be a good day to really go back and to connect with the mothers, the foremothers, and all the foremothers back throughout time. So Cancers, you're great at putting out energy, taking care of nurturing everybody, but not great at receiving. So the big deal for this card is be the goddess, Cancer. You deserve beauty and harmony, and take time out excuse me, to nurture yourself. It's also, again, it could be very creative, very fertile. If you want to get pregnant, actually, under a full moon is a good time to get pregnant. During this month, it's very good for you. Venus is actually in her home sign right now and strongest. So also, what do you want to create? What do you want to birth? What have you conceived in your life? You know, you want more love in your life, more beauty. You know, you get a chance to bring that in during this time, Cancer. Okay, beautify your home, you know, give yourself something nice, go with the flow, have a great big beautiful salt bath tonight, and luxuriate in that. Okay, so Cancer, you get Venus, the goddess, the Empress. You are the queen. Okay, all right, so Leo. Okay, so Leo, you get the card number 20 here, and this is the card, traditionally this card is called Judgment Day. In the deck I use, it is called the Aeon. And this deck, I know it's the Thoth deck, and some people associate it with sort of negative energy. I have never found that personally myself. I've worked with this deck for 30 years. Traditionally, this deck, the Aeon, it was a channel to be a vision of the new age, where it's a very feminist-based deck. So it is the transition from the old age to the new. So you could see this as the age of Aquarius, this deck. It is always a card of rebirth. Traditionally, Judgment Day shows the angel Gabriel blowing his trumpet on Judgment Day and the dead rising. So this is definitely, Leo, a time of rebirth for you, a time to rise up from the ashes, a time to, you know, start new things. It is a time to pay attention to your inner child. And Leo is governed by the child, by the heart. You want to lighten up. You want to let your inner child play. You want to express your creativity more fully, more freely. It will be also, you know, good for you as Jupiter and Saturn enter Aquarius, because it will oppose, Jupiter will oppose Leo all in 2021. So you want to get ready for that. So think about, what new beginnings can I bring now? Okay, Leo. So new beginning, that's a good thing. Okay. All right, stop being so judgmental on yourself. Okay, so Virgo. So Virgo, you get the card here of adjustment or justice. Now, this is the card that represents Libra. Everybody can see that. You know, there is always that controversy of, is Libra number 8 or number 11? In this deck, it is number 8. Okay, so Virgo, justice, balance. So how out of balance are you? Of course, with Mercury retrograde, because it is your ruling planet, it's probably thrown you quite a bit off balance. Mars retrograde has thrown everybody off balance. So the key here is justice. What am I fighting for, Virgo? You may need to step up to the plate to fight for justice. I know because of the Americans, because of what's going on there. There's justice going on in Poland as well. All different parts of the world, people are going to step up more and more for justice. So this is where, Virgo, you need to step up to the plate. And also, where am I out of balance in my life? I know you worry a lot. Worry is kind of a senseless, misuse of energy. You need to take action. So Libra, this can also indicate, of course, relationships. Libra is the sign of marriage. So what's out of balance in your relationships, not just traditionally marriage, any relationships, how you go out into the world. I mean, I know there's not that much going out in the world these days, but it definitely means, what is your status in the world? How are you relating to the world? How are you coping with all this? So Virgo, again, this is a strong sign of going into the middle pillar, the middle path. Okay, justice, Libra. It's ruled by Venus. Venus is in Libra right now. Let more beauty into your life. Okay, Virgo. Okay, so now we're at Libra. Okay. So Libra, with Venus in your sign right now, you're feeling really good until Venus enters Scorpio. Okay, now Libras, you get this very special card. I know everybody kind of goes, whoa, what's that card? This is a very special card. It's called the Invisible Sephiro, called Da'at in Hebrew. It represents what I like to call the calling card from your guardian angel, so Libra. This card is very special. It represents literally that your guardian angel is there waiting for you to connect with it. This is the whole purpose of the tarot, is to discover and be in touch with and connect with your holy guardian angel or your higher self. So this is a very auspicious card for you to get. It can come as a person, being a guardian angel in your life. It can come to you tonight as you tune into your ancestors or your beloved ones who've passed on, a friend, anybody who who's in spirit world. You can tune into the most this night, and tomorrow as the veil between the worlds is thinnest. So light a candle, honor someone who's passed on, think about them, talk to them. Again, it's a very auspicious sign. You're moving into the higher levels of consciousness. You're moving past what they call the abyss. Okay, so this is very, very, very good for you, Libra. Okay, so think about moving into a higher state of consciousness beyond anything you've known. I know a lot of people are talking about we're moving into 5 dimensions, which I believe, we're not physically moving anywhere. It is about moving into the heart chakra, the 5th chakra. So Libra, move into your own heart, love yourself, love your guardian angel, feel that reciprocal energy between your higher self and your heart. Okay, and you're meant to put that energy out to other people too. Okay, so Libra, you get this special guardian angel blessings. Okay. All right, now Scorpio. Okay, because we're going into Scorpio season very soon, Scorpio, you're going into your time. Okay. All right, so Scorpios. Now, as we go into the darkest time of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere, I know it's opposite in Australia, where the Cosmic Intelligence Agency started and is. So you get the card of the Sun here, the number 19, Scorpio. So this is the highest energy card in the deck. So things will be illuminated. You will feel like you're in touch with your source, Scorpio. This is a time of play and lightening up. Well, you're going to be in your own zone, Scorpio zone, whatever that means for Scorpios, who like to have things dark and mysterious and be in control and powerful and sexy. So this can indicate a playful time, a positive time. Everybody wants positive energy coming into their life, power, resources, fun, joy, happiness, again, those inner children playing. So it can be a connection to someone from your childhood coming into your life as well. So the sun is the symbol of the light, so we have the symbol of, the electric light, the big idea. So this could be a really big idea coming to you, Scorpio, okay, over November. So be aware, especially as Venus enters your sign, that can be really, really good for you as well. So Scorpio, you get the card of the sun, okay, so you get to illuminate everybody else. All right, so Sagittarius. Now, because there's going to be that Libra eclipse, lunar eclipse, we're at the end of November here. It's auspicious for people, again, born at that time. And so Sagittarius, you get the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is, again, synchronous. This is how the tarot works the best. You can see this demonstrated. There's no magic tricks here. The Wheel of Fortune is like the planet Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. And so for you, Sag, this month is going to be really good and things are going to speed up. I think you may already be sort of feeling that. So take some risks, trust, get out in the world, ask for favors. They will be granted. This is, Lady Luck, in another sense, Jupiter, Jove, jovial, happiness, joy. Make people laugh, uplift them, be optimistic, learn new things, teach new things, publish, get all those things that have been sitting on your desk published. I'm telling this to myself, of course. And, buy some lottery tickets. I know that sounds corny, but, it's going to be very good for you. Okay. So, and also think about, that Gemini lunar eclipse illuminating where you were 18 years ago. It's actually interesting for that generation who were voting for the first time in the US who were born with Pluto in Sagittarius, and the nodes are lined up on Pluto and where it was back then as well. And they also have, I believe, Neptune and Uranus and Aquarius too. So Jupiter's going to hit all those planets. So very good time for you, Sag. Yay! Enjoy it. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So now Capricorn. Okay. So Capricorns, what do you get here? Let's see. Capricorns. Okay. So Capricorn, I know it's been hard, as Mercury will turn direct at 25 degrees of Libra on November the 3rd. Of course, Mercury is doing the cardinal square thing with Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. Okay. So Capricorns, you've been inundated more than any other sign. It's not like Saturn hasn't been putting you through it for the last, since 2018, and Pluto's been putting you through it since 2008, and will still be putting you through it until 2023, 2024. Okay, so I empathize with Capricorns. Okay, you get the card of the moon here. Okay, so the number 18 here, the card of the moon, can be seen as the dark night of the soul. Now, because we're all actually been hit by this Capricorn energy, and I believe that it is, a tough Saturn ruled, COVID-19, once every 34, 35 year cycle, we've all been experiencing this. We've all been experiencing the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul, as what the tarot is all about, it goes in stages of the soul's illumination and enlightenment. We've gone from the star, which is Aquarius actually, into the moon, which is Pisces, the dark side of the moon. So our greatest fears, the unconscious, it represents limitations, it represents mental illness, it represents being confined, jail, karma, all of that 12th house, 12th sign kind of energy, endings, so this has been very, very difficult for all of us. So we can all empathize with this Capricorn energy here. The thing about this card is lost and foggy and abandoned and facing death. Saturn, the grim reaper, Father Time, and Pluto, the Lord of death and rebirth. You have to believe. This is a test of faith for you Capricorns, for all Capricorns, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. That this is just the process that the baby goes through, moving down the vaginal canal as it's being born in a natural birth, from being in this total safety, bliss in the womb, still hearing the mother's heartbeat, still being connected and coming out, but there will be light and safety as you come out into the world and take your first breath. So that that's the natural order, Capricorn. So help will be coming soon, December 21st, 2020. That's what my spirit guides said. The whole of 2020 was going to be a black, dark year. Black death year is really what I was told, and only the first glimmer of hope as we get to that stage. So not long. Keep going. You've got the strength. You can do it. So the moon. Listening to your dreams, also Capricorn, the moon, Pisces. Listening to your dreams, tuning into your intuition, asking for help in your dreams. Okay. So Aquarius. Okay, now, because this full moon here tonight is conjunct to the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius, and we are moving into your age there. Okay, so you get the card of the Tower, Aquarius. Now, this card here, number 16, the Tower, is just like what Aquarian energy is about. It's like shock and awe and revelation, and the old structures are falling down, falling apart. Everything we relied on that we thought was normal It's not there anymore. So the whole world, I'm beginning to feel like I'm channeling a whole world order here now, is fallen apart. The old structures, so the old edifice, your old ego idea, your belief systems that you were going to be taken care of, or your projections of power, or that I had my job or whatever to rely on, it's not there anymore. But again, as hard as it is and as difficult as it is, and it still will be for a while, it's not going to just immediately go away on December 21st, because that's just the first seeding. That is a necessary. Things have to be destroyed to be reborn. That is, again, natural order. Cells are destroyed and are born. New ones are born every moment in our bodies. So, even the universe, Big Bang, something had to be destroyed for the universe to be born. So this card represents letting go. The longer you hold on and resist, the more it's going to hurt, Aquarius. So, and also, where can you bring, let's call it positive destruction, okay, in the world? It makes me think of it's like Kali in a way. Kali energy, or Lilith, which is also conjunct the full moon. I haven't mentioned that till now. Lilith is also conjunct the full moon today. So it's Mars energy. Now, because Mars is still retrograde Aquarius, I feel like, the energy won't really hit until Mars goes direct on November the 13th. So, clean your house out. You know what I mean? Clean your consciousness out. Clean everything out. Get rid of the old. Make way for the new. It's resurrection. It's rebirth. This is a good thing. Okay. But there may be some shocks and awe, of course, along the way. Chaos. Get used to being who you are, Aquarius. Okay. All right. Now, so we're finally at Pisces here for all of those who've been waiting. Okay. So Pisces, you get the number 9 card here. This is the Hermit, and it is like the sign of Virgo. So it's interesting. So right away, we're talking about polarity, and you can't have any sign without having the others. So you are usually a loner, Pisces. You may be feeling extremely alone and extremely abandoned, that it's difficult, it's hard. Why is life such a struggle? Why is it such hard work? That's very Virgo, perfectionist, hardworking, organization, little OCD energies here. But it's also the end, okay? So for you, Pisces, I want to give you a sense that there's hope, because you're at the end of being alone on some level. Virgo is physical. It also relates to your gut and paying attention to your health. So you want to make sure you do everything you can to eat really well, change your diet, feed yourself vitamins, supplements, so you can get through, flu season besides, COVID-19. I think they're predicting it'll be SARS and then Mars now on the next levels. And also use this time wisely. Use it to tune into the Hermit. The Hermit is a very wise inner guide there that you can tune into, to ask questions. You already have all the answers, Pisces. You're already connected to everybody. It's an illusion that you're ever separate, okay? So for Pisces, this is a time for you to get organized, to write, to, line up all the ducks, to make sure you've taken care of all your business, because you will be starting a new cycle. Somebody just asked, can you see anything from me? And I'm saying yes. Okay, I am. Hi, Jamie Birch. Just saying hi to you there. For some reason, I'm not seeing all of the comments, but anyway. So Pisces, this is Virgo energy. It's about harvesting. It's about taking stock of where you've been and knowing that you are complete and whole in yourself. You're ending the journey in November and getting ready to start a brand new beginning. Okay. So Cosmic Intelligence Agency, Facebook fans, this is Tara Green. I'm thanking you very much for coming and joining me here on this auspicious blue moon, Halloween full moon, sending you many blessings and looking forward to seeing you again next month. Blessings. Bye-bye.